Good evening. Welcome to another episode of The Y Factor. I'm Duane, host of the show. Tonight's show is going to be a little different than usual. Tonight we have a host, or guest host, that held things down while I was doing my patriotic duties abroad. Let's reintroduce the panel.
I'm Kionne T. Agent.
Shaka Pitts.
King David, big business. Check that on the web, Yahoo. #1, first thing, because we have a lot of thank you very much.
He got like 8 names. Maxxx, Millionz, what it is.
And I'm just playing Kenneth. I'm just happy to be amongst all this royalty.
Wow. Let's get right into the questions. So, all right. What was it like being on the other end of the questions, actually answering the question, asking the questions this time? Starting with you, Kionne.
Okay, well, we can start with me. For me, it was interesting, to say the least, because most of the times, as today, I was one of the only females on the panel, or as the host, so, I had to hold it down as well as, kind of mediate everything. So it was interesting, to say the least, for me.
Shaka?
It was cool. It was the same for me, being that I do internet radio anyway. For me, it was same cake, different baker. So
Okay. Cool. I'm going to sit up for this one. Go ahead, King David.
I'm going to sit up for this one. It felt good. I like to talk to people that are different from me, but actually can coexist peacefully. So just to learn something new,
Right.
that's always the business.
Yeah, y'all did a good job, too, because just so you know, she sent a lot of the shows over to me overseas, and it was great entertainment for me.
Oh, he's bigging you up over here.
Yeah.
Over here.
Absolutely. How about you?
It was good, man. I think, I try to just bring what I can to the table, but I was blessed to have good co-hosts.
Well, you was bringing it.
So yeah, I try to sprinkle a little something on it, keep them spicy, but I can't keep them spicy without good co-hosts. So.
Okay, old school.
Oh man, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, man. First of all, welcome back again. It's an honor, man.
Yeah.
I played on the water myself, right? But I'm never doing them times, right? But I mean, the wide range of spectrum, man, of what a lot of these guys brought to the table, man, enlightened me in many ways, and it was just beautiful to just be around such great company, man. I was just blessed to be alive. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me say this. Other than Shaka, and I hate putting you out there, Kenny, and you, we're pretty much older than everybody else at this table. And what I liked about the show that she sent, especially from you three, is that for you to be younger than most of us, y'all was actually really bringing it. And y'all had some intelligent questions, and you had some intelligent answers. That's what's up. Yeah. Because the show is all about branching relationships and bringing people together, and probably trying to make people understand some of the crazy things that we do. And we don't always accomplish that, but we try.
You understand something at the end of it.
Absolutely.
Right?
Did any of you write your own questions?
Yeah.
Did you? Okay.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I wrote mine.
I didn't write a question, but I have a question.
Hold on. Let me find out I'm the only one that wasn't entrusted. Hold on. Was I the only one not entrusted with the power and authority to write my own question? What's going on here?
You missed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wrote mine in my mind.
Okay.
Right. Well, I'm curious, King David. What was the question you ask every time?
The question I ask myself all the time, if there was drums, there'd be a drum roll. There's people, and so many of them are so inconsiderate, and it makes you, when you're kind of a person like me, you kind of want to just do some things that could probably more than likely result in you being locked up. But being locked up is no fun, and it's very expensive to get out. So you do another thing. You know what I'm saying? That because some people watching may not actually think that far ahead and think, maybe I shouldn't beat up this pizza man. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that I know some dudes watch, because in Baltimore I got a lot of texts about this show, because this show is really popping up. And he was about to beat the pizza man up. And I was like, he knows where you stay at, and you know where he's at.
Right.
He's got the cards.
Yeah, I got you.
But it's like, people don't think like that. So they do ignorant things, and then you have to take the high road. And if more people would consider it, seems like it would just be so much easier. Just kind of everything just kind of slide.
Okay.
But this just be on my mind, so I'm like,
I want to hear it. I didn't get a chance to hear that
It'd be nice
question.
if people just thought for a second, you know, if I was that guy, and more than likely I may end up in that position, it'd be nice if somebody cut me a break. Let me be the G, or be the young diva, and actually let somebody slide and get a break. Because it's nice to get a break. Not necessarily me, but I see people do things to other people, and I'm kind of like, there's only so far you can go. But it would be nice to see people show up to each other.
Right.
There's a lot of haters, and they really just wasting time.
It's easy. It's so much easier to be to be that person, like you said, to take the higher road anyway.
It's way easier and less expensive.
Yeah. You always regret it. I've done things, I'm sure you have, angry, and then 10 minutes after I did it and calmed down, I'm like, damn, why did I do that? Wishing I hadn't, but you can't take it back once it's done. Hopefully you learn from it and don't do it again.
You know, it's just great, man. That's just all.
Was it easy to improvise on a discussion once an interesting question was out there?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Did you sometimes expand a little bit too long on it?
Yeah.
You want to get to the next 5 or 6.
We always get the time to we say that for the next show. We gotta say that for the next show.
Just kept having spin-offs because we kept expanding.
Like right now, right, it's gonna be real hard to get in, right?
Right.
So, let y'all know off the break, right? Get in where you fit in.
But what about when the discussion, what about when the topic you brought up didn't spark a discussion? Did you kind of segue into it? Did you kind of make it
Now we
work?
ain't had that
Or
problem.
never?
We were blessed not to have that problem.
It always got deep, baby.
I'm gonna be honest with you though, right? Like the show we had last week, right? Kind of felt a little spaced, right? Because you know they weren't. I didn't feel like everybody was comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And I think that with this panel here, right, is that we pretty much know what we are with what it is we do or not do. You know what I'm saying?
And it's one of the things that he said that, you know, they probably, they probably wasn't comfortable with us, or even, you know, whoever we may have had on panel, is that a lot of people came, they were ready, we had a chemistry flow just instantly on set, so everything just flowed.
So to the next question, I really only had to answer because you just basically answered. The next question was going to be, so when you were having your discussions, if somebody strayed too far off or took too long on the question, did you kind of reel them back in and stick to the topic, or did you just let them run with it?
My thing was I always tell them, oh, I'm gonna go to the left with it or go in deep. That's my thing. I'd be like, y'all, I'm about to take y'all left field, go in deep. When I say that, they know what it is, and I ain't never had no problem with them following or keeping up. So that's a good thing.
How about you, King David?
I like the people that have been on here. It's like, you ever talk to a person that you kind of feel like I'm almost wasting brain cells right now, and they might be dying. Like, I really might just be wasting my time.
Right, I got you. I'm feeling it.
And sometimes it's like that, but here, I've never actually ran into that, which is the business.
Yeah.
Some
Good,
people
good.
be like, wow.
Shaka P,
How'd you
What's
pull
up?
that off?
how about you? Well, I know you can. I know how you roll, but you can answer it anyway.
I mean, again, for me, the chemistry has always been okay. So you know, it's for me, conversation is a normal thing. You know, it's just.
Now, when you all had your shows, did you pick your guests, or were your guests picked for you, or did you have? Was it a little bit both?
Yeah, we kind of got it when we fit in, like.
Because I had to make sure I had him on my show. I saw a
about you,
tape.
Kenny?
You know, I kind of get the carousel, man. It's like, you know, right? I saw it bang, you know, and I'm really diverse, man, because I deal with people, man, from 8 to 80. You know what I'm saying? Blind, crippled, crazy, can't walk, drag 'em, right? And I always find myself, man, I didn't cut anybody off because the mere fact, now, one time I had to like, Maxxx, right? I was like, no, I'm in this, right? So I laid back, right? But for the most part, right, the level of understanding and depth that most of these guys went to, and young lady went to, man, it was so intense. And I was really, I'm gonna be honest with you, because some folks that I work with, right, I was really impressed with their intellectual levels. You know what I'm saying? They took it to another level, and I regained respect.
Now I know.
For most of y'all generation, even though I'm only a couple days older than y'all.
Couple days.
I know y'all gonna make me feel bad about this one because I still have problems with this sometime myself. Did y'all have problems wrapping it up once she told y'all it was done?
Hold up.
I still have problems with it.
Hold up.
I'm gonna wrap it up.
Once you say wrap it up, I have problems with it sometimes.
All the time.
My thing with the wrap up is, I didn't know when the wrap, like when the sign comes up, okay, do you start the wrap up now? Or do you start the wrap up a minute after the sign comes up? It's like, okay.
Well, this is the rule of thumb for me. You can always go over because she can always edit.
Right.
But if you're short, she can't add time to it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the 5 minutes early, man. Yeah.
And you sit around and
As soon
like,
as I see the sign, I be like,
So Max been cheating Max been cheating people out of 5 minutes.
I bring it back though. I feel him back in and hit him with something hard though, but
I've had it happen though. I'm kind of like, crazy. Then I was like, all right, nah.
hold up. Did anybody get the wrong email?
I know they do sometimes with our ones. I send them to Comcast and
Like,
So what was the easiest part and what was the hardest part about doing this show? To me, it's ending the show.
For me, it's intro.
Really?
For me, it's intro. I like, okay, all right, and then I don't like that. I don't like you're on. I don't like the whole countdown and the finger in the face. I don't like that. Just give me all I want to. I'll look at the light. When the light comes on, I know we going there. You feel me? I don't need the. That's too much pressure. It's like 5, 4, 3, and we're on. You're stuck.
Sound like Shaka holding resentment.
I've been waiting for that question.
I'm just saying.
Like, look, y'all, this is the one I've been waiting for.
It was,
Right here.
only had one issue when I think I got the wrong. It was either something was wrong in the email when the closing
like
something.
3 or 4 times.
But I still said it right. But I guess that was the reverse
left out the
dyslexia
dot.
kicked in. I was, if it was right, I probably would have said it wrong. But it was wrong, so I said it right.
So it was all right. It just one of the shows everybody was just real on point, like bang, bang, what's this, bang, and then it came down to like the end of the show, and there weren't any more questions, and I was like, oh snap, that's great, and I didn't want to look down and be like, oh snap, because I'm not animated, you know what I mean? So if I would have did me, I'd have been like, oh snap, so you know, any questions? And I was just kind of like, so.
That's when you just bring them out the cup.
I was like, so probably a few more people lying to you. Yeah. It was like, all right. Then they took it, and then the people kind of saved it, and it was a wrap. So,
Me.
you know,
I don't know. With me, it's like
everybody is nice.
beating the table, leaning back in my chair,
Save this for that bracelet.
getting
to
the
watch
directors up. You know, she pissed off. Like, look like you involved. Look like you're interested in what's going on.
But you were always interested.
Yeah, but see, if I was pulling a kitty right now, she'd be over there like. I'm telling you, I get it bad, man. Sit up, don't slap the table, watch your mouth. I had to really conform to the situation when it was my time, but I'm good now.
Now y'all know I got a list of questions for y'all, right? You know we we're gonna introduce y'all, but then we're gonna put you back on that other side.
I'm ready.
Per producer. It ain't me.
I'm ready.
But I'm just letting you know.
Oh, you put the shield up now.
Disclaimer. You're the disclaimer.
But since y'all been on both ends, I know y'all gonna bring it.
Right.
Because she got some good questions on here.
Okay.
Some real good questions. But this is a question I want to ask first. Like I said, I'm gonna ask it. I want you to think about it, and then right before the show ends, we'll come back to it. Okay. And like I said, I'm expecting 5 different answers. I know they're gonna be deep just by the conversation that we had. And the question is, to you, because there is no right or wrong question to this answer to this question. The question is to you: what defines a man? Think about it. And let's go on to the questions. All right. First question. What are some first date questions a person can ask you to let you know that the first date is going to be the last date we ever go on again because this person just crazy?
Let's do this.
Question?
How much you make?
What's a question that somebody can ask you? Me and you out. Me and you out, right? That's the question, Kenny?
To me, that's.
They say let's do this.
I'm not sure.
If they say let's do this, you'll never go out with him again?
Yeah, man, you know.
That'd be too easy.
Let me restate that.
Yeah, because I understand that.
For now.
Just kidding, stop. We're going to go this way.
Let me restate that, right? Because I don't really believe that there's one question that somebody can ask me that will prevent me from seeing him again, right? But the one that would scare me the most if someone said after just, let's do this, or can we do this, right?
Do what?
I mean, get the papaya.
That wouldn't scare me.
See,
That's a good thing.
Today it would.
Cut through all the bull.
Today it would, right? Today it would, cause see, I'm not in.
But what if the chemistry there?
benefits,
What if
you know?
y'all out eating dinner and you champagne,
I don't buy dinner much no
Okay,
more.
well, she bought dinner.
Then we in
Happy Meal. It don't matter. Whatever we, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Happy Meal, whatever. And the chemistry that's there.
Wow.
But if you telling me, hold on. Basically, you telling me a one night stand to turn you off?
Not normally, right? I like to be the one snapping it, right?
I know what you're saying. He
I
want to
like
be the
to be
chaser.
the one snapping,
He wanna be
right?
the chaser.
I don't mind being chased, but just not right now, not this instant, right?
Wow.
Because that's I'm only a couple days older than y'all, right? Mm-hmm. Let's see, back in the day, a couple days ago, right? Back, right?
Yeah, but you ain't gonna do nothing without a raincoat, though, right? I mean,
see, I'm an old
and you ain't
school
biting on nothing the first night out home.
Old school dude, man.
So she should be all right.
Look, you got to come with your medical record, man. With me.
Okay, well, that's how you feel. That's how you feel.
You know,
About nice man.
I don't know, I guess just the point where you're giving the description. You breaking it down, you telling them what you trying to do, where you trying to go with things, your future, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
You run down a whole little jump off and then they be like,
jump off.
so you got your own house? And I'm like, damn, that's all you heard, babe? Like, word? Like, yo, yeah, I got my own crib, but that's, I mean, so you feel my pain, you know what it is. So soon as it jump off, I guess I look too young to be a dude to own his own crib. Mm-hmm. So I run down the list of things that was popping off, and as soon as after the run through, it's like, bam, you got your own crib. So I was just like, damn, that's like.
So that would you ain't going out with him no more because of that?
I would kind of like take it a little easy though. Like we might not make it to the crib that night. Like me, like if you cool, we'll make it to the crib the same night. Mm-hmm. Not saying that it jump off, but we'll make it to the crib the same night. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna have you. If we get to my crib, I'm not gonna not let you in. You feel what I'm saying? But if you stuck on the fact that I just got the crib, like that's where your head is at, then you may just get that one opportunity. Okay. That's it.
King David.
I'm still tripping.
Kenny is a character, man. That's my man, though.
There's some things I guess you could say. If someone's too nosy, that's gonna be a big turn off. That coupled with not really having any goals, like if I was like, yo, we get like this many this, and we're moving this many units of this, and doing these particular things, and these are my goals, these are what I'd like to do, and if nothing that the person said had anything to do with helping anybody, it sounds odd, but I'm doing what I do. It's kind of selfish seeming, but I kind of have my own things underlined that everybody I deal with knows, which will eventually result in some lower crime rates if we really are successful at it. But
Really?
we're not really gonna publicize it because then it won't work. So that's all you're gonna hear. But if they said nothing that resulted in anybody being any better off but them, wow, I'm not putting any more eggs in that basket.
Okay. Shaka.
That's what's up. Well, Maxxx better than me because they wouldn't even get to the crib. I can't.
Let them taste.
They wouldn't get to the crib. With me, I mean, if you say certain things,
Let them taste it and then be like, it's a wrap.
So would you beat it up in the car, Max?
Nah, that's too much.
Nah, they won't even get it in the car. It costs money. No, I'm just joking.
Okay.
No, but it's those certain, a turn off for me is a turn off. You feel me? And if the knob is off, the knob is off. You feel me? I'm not the cat that cooks with the gas with the when the gas is on, you got to hear the little click 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 when you try to turn the stove on. For y'all with the non-electric stoves. All right, you got the little click and the gas.
I got you.
I don't do that. I don't do that. Either the fire's on, either it's on and we cooking, or it's off. But I'm not dying from carbon monoxide or whatever. I'm not going. I'm not getting that. You feel me?
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna get that. So if I don't like it, it's done. So you can't come to me about what you do, how much you make. All of that stuff.
20 questions.
I'm gonna let you answer this question,
Okay.
Kionne, because I'm interested in what you have to say. Then I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
My whole thing is too much too early is a turn off. I've done it before and I had it done,
Like, what's
especially
your mother's maiden name?
I mean, all that. I even had to do it. I don't know exactly if he was joking or for real, but it was like seriously said it was turned off. And being a female, we like to hear this question. No, he asked me, you know, like, can we get married? Like, will you marry? And it's like, no, well.
Wow.
I mean, being a female, you want to hear that. But you want to hear that on the first.
Was he joking?
I didn't really.
So you never went out with him again? You never went out with him again?
No, I didn't.
All right, well, let me ask you this question. And all guys, we all have this question. This is the question I was going to ask the female.
Too heavy.
Oh, goodness. Here we go.
It's been said, and you can confirm it or deny it, or you can just defer. It's up to you.
Okay.
It's been said that you all know within 5 minutes?
If we gonna hit it.
5 minutes, 2 minutes of whether we're going to hit it or not. And it's up to us whether we talk ourselves into it
That's true.
or talk ourselves out of it. Is that false or fiction?
But you know
That's true, Kionne. Come on, tell the truth.
Because sometimes it's happened in less than 10 seconds.
not
So I
watching.
know for a fact it must be true. She couldn't have just figured it out when I got my lips on her.
I'm the
Hold on.
They figure their own answer outside.
Answer the question, Kionne.
Let her have it.
I plead the fifth.
Oh, man. And the crowd goes wild.
Wow. So you're not going to answer?
Truth is, we do know.
Okay.
We
You
know
don't always
a lot.
act on it,
That's true.
but you know if you want to bang out or not. I like that term. I like
It
that.
just rolls off real well, don't it?
Well, what is intimacy? I'm going to ask everybody. What do you define intimacy as?
That's actually one of the questions we had on the show before.
Okay, so it should be an easy
It
question.
should be. Like for me, intimacy is where a person is willing to take off that last layer. Where they're, ready to share with you the stuff they probably wouldn't share with anybody else. It's not just sex. Sex is one of them. That's the easy level of intimacy. All they're taking off is their clothes, but they still can hide certain things about themselves. But when they're ready to take that last layer, that last covering off, and be comfortable around you to be who they really are, to me, that's when you meet that level of intimacy with a person.
Well, I agree. The only thing I disagree on is I don't think it has to be the last layer. I think once the layers themselves start peeling off, then the intimacy has kicked in. You understand? You may not be at the pinnacle of intimacy, but you're being intimate. You understand? So it's 0 to 1.
Do you think a lot of people confuse them? You next, King Day, but do you think
I'm like, yo, bang, bang.
do you all think that so many people confuse sex with intimacy?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why a lot
That's
of
what she said.
So that's why you said they hit it on the head.
I think a lot of the thing is with sex, right? Females don't realize for the most part that they run everything. Hip hop, everybody's trying to be gangster to get in the game, but for the most part, 13 to 21-year-old white female girls, female girls, overstatement, but they actually buy most of the hip hop music. Not to say that they wrote that because they want to knock their head too. So I'm like, I'm with it. You know what I mean, all day because they get in the crowd and wild out. That's what I like. But the thing is, a lot of people confuse. They be like, all right, the females don't realize if I just fall back and just be like, I'm gonna do it now. But I want to do it. And I'm really worried about whether you feeling it or whether I'm gonna bone you because I kind of think you're chill. Not all of them do that, but a lot of females kind of think, I want to hear what this guy's saying and actually believe him. I'm not gonna stunt. A lot of dudes is giving you lines. Like a lot of girls is giving dudes lines. You got to be the smart one that says, all right.
You got to read between the lines.
This is going.
You're right. A lot of people give lines, but you got to learn how to read between the lines.
You gotta have where you're gonna allow what to go. Like you're only gonna be so late if you decide to take a certain route.
Do you agree or disagree? Just for all of y'all. Do you believe that if you sit down and talk to a person and you listen to them, they tell you exactly who they are? I'm a firm believer. People always tell you who they are. Well, if you listen. If you listen.
I'm gonna tell you
exactly who they are.
I'm gonna tell you something. I agree with that, but then at the same time, it's people that's good enough to just let you know a little tiny bit. Like you may think that you know. I'm gonna tell you. What y'all get here is not who I am, like completely. Like y'all, people that see this show will only be like, yo, Maxxx is a real wild dude, and y'all didn't see me talk, they won't have no idea. They'll take this side of it. It's a whole nother side of me.
I would think it's a whole another side of a whole bunch of everybody.
But like to really read, so like you could read somebody and be like, yo, I know what kind of direction it is, but then to just go off of that and be like, yo, I panned them. And then they go left on you, and you be like, "Oh, damn!" Women get us with that all the time. Women get us with that all the time.
There was an instance. Actually, I might have gave this analogy before when I was a freshman up in Morgan. There's a young lady, we chilling, we cooling, and I was like, "Man, we're adults, so oral sex is reality. People do it. It's fun to get." So I was like, yo, I didn't want to just be like, hey, you do this? Because that would be rude. That would be crazy rude. A girl asked me that in high school. I was like, you eat it. You don't ask me that. That's mad rude. And I was just like,
Man, you eat it.
because it's like, you know what I mean? I grew up in
He's
Jamaica,
scarred
big
from that,
Jamaican man.
He's
That,
scarred,
you don't do this, you know,
Yeah,
y'all find no
that's-
culture.
yeah.
So I got older, then I realized this nigga got wrong with that. I ain't gonna stunt. When I was younger, I was like, don't say nothing about that.
He was touchy about that, yeah. But see, that's the
You know what I'm saying?
Jamaican
I
roots
said,
too,
yo,
man.
do you use flavored condoms? She said, no, I don't. I said, bing, she does give that.
So you just asked the right
She got
question.
the old sex popping off because I knew how to go about it because I knew she was with that. I just knew she wasn't with flavored condoms.
So tell me
She
this.
wasn't with it at all. She didn't be like,
God dang.
So tell me, you want to answer that question before I go to the next question?
I'm like sponging right now, right? But I do want to answer
I want you
both
to.
questions, right? And you know, let's define intimacy for real. You know what I'm saying? Because if I listened, you know what I'm saying, to what I heard, I primarily heard everybody kind of put it from a male-female perspective. When in fact you can have intimacy.
Oh no, that's why I said.
anyone.
Well, that's why I said. Anytime the ladies
Expand on that.
are being stripped off.
And you pinned it and pointed it, you know what I'm saying? But everybody else kind of came from that female-male perspective, right? Maxxx said something that was real key as well, is that the second question you asked about if you really listen to somebody, and we talked about this on the show before, about the representative. You feel me? You talk about the representative, right? And am I being intimate with the representative? Right, you know what I'm saying? Because you and I can have a relationship as friends, and you know my innermost intimate thoughts.
Right.
You feel me, right?
I got you.
And my girl don't have a clue.
I got you.
You feeling me?
I never looked at it like that.
So,
Well,
like,
you're right.
I may use.
You're right. You're
I
absolutely
may
right.
use my defense mechanism is the fact that I can't give all that to her. You know what I'm saying? But I can give it to my man because I know he ain't gonna use it against me, right? But if you've ever been in relationships where you've been hurt because of you've been too deep and sent him for real,
Right.
You understand, right? Then bang, man, backing up off that thing. I don't want you to know all that.
I got you.
Cause like that amongst me and my people, like like for what I just like to have fun and be doing me. You know what I mean? On the low, like when it come to me and my female friend, like I'm really on some sort candles. It's a joke. Hey, my boys call me Mr. Bubble. I got this really big tub, right? We'll get into that later, but
No, we won't.
Go ahead. I got you.
But you dig? So but those are things that seeing me, looking at me, hearing me talk or whatever, you would have no clue that really is there. Like
Well, I don't think that's unless y'all have a show talking about that, you ain't gonna get that in anyway.
Nah, I can see.
Unless-
I can see in some brothers.
Maxxx,
I can see in some people that they might have that side.
Why did it be like that, Max? I gotta fix it. No, I gotta say that, Key. You don't say that, Key.
With the side, from the side, like
No, I'm just saying I can see that. I can see that. No, I can see that in some brothers. Like some
Okay.
brothers wear that on their sleeve.